Our podcast is better than the rest. You got an issue, better say it with your chest. Until then, keep wishing us the best. Keep wishing us the best. Our podcast is better than the rest. You got a problem, better say it with your chest. Until then, keep wishing us the best.
Welcome back to Wish Us. I gotta put this in. Wish Us the Best podcast.
Oh shit!
With your co-host Miah and myself.
Hey y'all,
Devin.
What's up, Devin?
We're here to talk about the good, the bad, and the shit you don't talk about. This episode is episode 7. Yeah. And we are discussing gender roles. A la carte.
A la carte gender roles, to be specific.
So you pick and choose. Because that's what most people do.
Yeah.
To be.
Well, I feel like I already know how this episode is gonna go.
What's
You're
that
probably
mean?
gonna, in some way, shape, or form, make fun of me for something.
I mean,
for not wanting to split bills,
many
many
women
can
agree with that. So they're just going to be talking about me, talking about I'm a broke ass nigga or some shit, right?
A lot of men agree with that shit too. They do.
I mean, yeah, I understand why they agree with it. But look, so I'm not completely against, paying for things. Like, let's put that out there. I'm just saying, from day to day in general, that's how we've been rocking, and it's been working. And I mean, it doesn't really matter if we're married. Like, what's mine is yours, and what's hers is mine. So.
Oh, wait, you said it don't
No,
matter.
I'm saying
if
it
you're
doesn't
married?
really matter. Like, if we're married, she has full access to
if you're married.
any of my accounts. She has full access.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe her.
Like, when you say access, do you mean she has like cards?
She
I can just go swipe from Devin's account today.
She has my main credit card. I put her on the line, the one that has the 50,000 credit limit. She has that. She has that card.
Oh, okay. So y'all are very together.
Yeah, we have. We do have joint bank accounts. We do have separate ones, but we can access each other's separate bank accounts if need be. I don't.
No.
It really makes no sense why we have so many different bank accounts, but it's just shit I didn't really get rid of.
I mean, that makes sense.
But like, I have a Chase bank account. She has access to that. I have a Michigan First bank account. She has access to that, and she got a credit union bank account. I got access to. But yeah, I mean, I don't really see the point of for real going, like, when we talk about going half and half. We are going half and half because we're putting our joint money together, but it's already kind of in the pool anyways. So,
because it all goes to the same place.
So, I mean, that's kind of where I come from. And that's why I'd be against it sometimes when I hear, because some girls talk, some women talk like they're working or whatever, and they're just gonna keep all of it, and then the dude just pays everything, and their money will just go to whatever they want it to go to. Not anything that involves living. Just living, he's paying for that.
Yeah,
that's his expenses.
I mean, I guess if he makes enough money to do it, and that's what he wants to do, and that's what they've agreed upon doing.
Look, if you got it, but you can afford that, hey, do it. But realistically,
like, if my income can like help us live better, like if we can live better with my income, then it only makes sense for me to include my income. If my income just isn't needed for the standard of life that I want to have, and he can just take care of it, and that's what he wants to do, or my money goes to, like
Yeah,
groceries or,
I agree.
you know, stuff for the house or whatever.
I
I
agree.
mean,
I agree.
yeah.
I agree on what makes sense
I,
because, like, if I was
yeah,
making 150,000
yeah.
a year, would I ask her to put in on shit? No. Why? Why? What? What would be the point? like, seriously.
Yeah.
Especially if she's making that much less than me. Why would I even tell her to put in on anything when she's already making less than me? But when we're at a point,
Right.
how most average people are, where y'all pretty much make what and what. Like I get, the whole thing of the income disparity between men and women, but I'm really starting to argue that I know a lot of girls who make more than niggas. I don't know if that wage gap is as prevalent, at least in our tax bracket, at least in the tax bracket I'm in. I don't know. I know we probably in two different tax brackets too, but shit. Um,
You are
but
funny.
I'm just saying we make relatively the same amount of money uh, between both of us. It could be maybe a
Yeah.
10, 15,000 difference in the end, maybe, but probably not.
That's kind of a big difference. 10, 15,000 a
May
year?
I'm
That's not a big difference.
yeah, not 10, 15 maybe,
15
but
for
not
sure.
not
Yeah,
10.
15 for sure. For
Like
10,000, yeah.
I just say it fluctuates because I can potentially make more just because of the commission. Like yeah,
Of the type
it
of
kind
job,
of
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
hers is
hers is
fixed and
fixed.
mine's kind of wavers once you get past the base pay. So it's like
Yeah.
I get it. Um,
But you know what though? Here's the thing, because you said something interesting. You were like, if I made 150,000, why would I need her income? But you might make 150,000 and your expenses, not necessarily you, but this could happen where your expenses are going to go up because you like, I have more money, I can afford more. And it might get to a point where you might actually
I
need her
mean, if
income. Like,
if if
oh,
we
well,
live in
we're doing this,
if
we're
we
doing
live in that
this.
type of life, yeah, like if we
Yeah.
live in that type of life that she is also enjoying and embellishing in, then hey, yeah, chip in some shit. Sure, okay, yeah, I would like
Right.
that. I would I would appreciate that. Um, but if it's just bare living and our bare living I could afford that twice, I wouldn't ask. I wouldn't ask that. But most people aren't in that
Yeah.
situation. Most people are in. I make as much as you, but we're together, and I'm supposed to pay for everything. Like what? Like how does that work?
Yeah.
So
I don't think that makes sense. I don't think that makes sense. My my grandmother, man, so every time I talk to her, she's like, you need to find you a man that can carry you and the family without your income, without your money. You need to find a man. I'm like, Grandma, that leaves about 1% of the American population of black men. And if I just want to date a black man, we can like probably cut that in half, maybe, because I'm like, that's not how the world works anymore. Like, the man is not like most 90% of men, and who knows if this is an accurate number, but 90% of men can't do it all on his own. With like, say you got two kids and a
no,
wife, would you be able to do that? Well, you seem to budget money very well because when you told me how much y'all spend on groceries, it
I
fucking blew my
mean,
mind. But you might be able to
it
do
would
it, but
be. It
it
wouldn't be
probably would be
comfortable. It
difficult
wouldn't be
to
comfortable.
take. Yeah, yeah, to take care of, just solely take care of three
Nah, it
extra
wouldn't be
people.
comfortable. And I like having.
Yeah,
I like having. Oh shit fund. Yeah,
the
I
extras.
like knowing that I can cover a lot of shit just off of my savings. And I feel like in that
Right.
situation, I would not have a savings at all. I can't
Yeah.
imagine living check to
Yeah,
check.
you would literally be
No,
living like
yeah,
check
not,
to
I've
check.
I've
Yeah.
never in my life lived
Yeah.
check to check. I could not imagine living check to check.
Even that's like, That's still rare. You know how many people
I don't
live
know.
check to check though?
I know a lot of people who do. Yeah, I get it.
That shit is
I just never been
stressful.
I never let myself be in that situation where I was living check to check. But I always had a little hustle or some shit. So
Yeah.
check to check was. I had a lot of friends who was doing that shit. But that shit seems. I don't like being stressed when it involves working. I don't like being stressed, and that's stressful to me. I like to I like to
Yeah.
be able to up and leave my job and be like, fuck this shit. And
And you can be comfortable
yeah,
for at least
yeah.
a few
Like
months. Like minimum a
I
few
would say
months.
minimal a year.
Really a
Yeah, I would say
year,
minimal a
but
year.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's how
Minimum a
much you should
year.
have in your savings that you could say fuck this shit and be good for a year and not be penny pinching everything.
But don't really take a year off because you're gonna be lazy as fuck and it's gonna be hard to get back into doing life.
Sounds like we're
But
speaking from
all right,
experience.
so uh, you know more than they do. But yeah, okay, so
Yeah, and then
gender
it's
roles. Gender
all not
roles.
financial either. Like just
Yeah,
gender
definitely.
roles being, I guess, the leader in the relationship, or if there is a leader in the relationship.
Yeah. I let me just say, I cannot wait to have a life
She
manager,
says that.
aka a husband, because I know I've probably said it every episode. I'll say it in this episode probably two more times. But yeah, I've been independent for a long fucking time. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of making decisions. I don't want to make any more of the major decisions. I just want to just like co-sign off on them. Like, hey, this is what we doing. You what you think about it? Love it. Let's do it. That's where I'm at with it.
Now,
So I do believe in being submissive, if you will. I do believe in that, and I can't wait for somebody to
so
come
you know I
manage my
got
life.
questions because we had started talking about this in what on Instagram. Yeah, we was in the DMs. We was talking about this. So could you could you be submissive and relinquish control to a man making less than you? Yeah.
Making less than me. The only way he could make less than me is if we both making like 300,000-400,000 a year. That's about the only way.
So in your
But
eyes, if he's making less than you, he's not fit to can help you manage your life.
so I can't even say that. I can't even say if he's making less than me, he's not like quote unquote qualified. I just I just know what I want from life and I know how I want to live. And if we aren't on the same page with that, then I mean, I just know it's a certain amount of money you have to have and make to be able to
To get
fulfill that
access
for
to
me.
Maya.
So not to chill.
But I know, I mean, okay, to get
But
access in
like
that
for
capacity.
yeah, because yeah, like I want to be on the up and up. Like if we're gonna be on the same, like you know, I always say like I'm gonna be rich, like I'm gonna be wealthy, and I just need to have a partner that's like thinking the same way. Like he doesn't have to be rich or wealthy or anything like that, but just know like that's what we're building to. That's the goal. So if he's making less than me, I guess I would just like yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would necessarily date somebody who was I can't even really think of a number for real, Dev, because I'm like, what it, you know, it really depends. Like, I just know exactly how I want to live, and I know that I need somebody who's going to be on the same page with that. I know the kind of cars I want to drive. I know, you know, how I want just my day to day life to be. I know I want to travel a lot. You know, I'm all about the play. Like I'm trying to have fun. That's the I dangle all day. I've been outside all COVID. We outside. Hey, we doing it all. So I just want somebody who feels the same way, and we're both just, you know, we want to reach wealth together. Like that's the goal, is to reach generational wealth.
Yeah.
And Dev
No,
has me
no,
muted.
I know.
Okay, you're
I had to
back.
put my shit on mute for a second, but
But yeah, you're not gonna jam me up with this question. I see
no,
what
I
you're
just
trying to do.
I
You're not
was,
gonna jam me up with the it makes sense to
I know.
you.
I just remember we were talking about that, and we were talking.
What did I
Huh?
say? I probably said some bullshit. What did I say when we talked about
I
it?
did.
It was like 3 o'clock in the morning when we was talking too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was three. Yeah, it was. It was like 3 in the morning. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can find it, but yeah. I mean, you said something close to it. Pretty much that.
Yeah. I was like halfway asleep.
I,
He like, I got
no, I was just
receipts.
trying to remember what you said. But you said you would be okay with it actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is what I just said now. We would just both have to make an obscene amount of money.
So I didn't know it was an asterisk to you would be okay with it though. But
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. You gotta
no, you
have,
said
yeah. No.
you said right here. You
Like,
said if you made 120 and he made 80, you would be okay.
80 could support what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
It could support what I'm doing right now. 80 is a good salary. But, like, listen, as long as he can fulfill the shit that I want to do, I want to travel quarterly. I want to buy some nice shit every once in a while. And I really am not into, like, you know, fashion, designer, expensive shit. But every once in a while, I do like some nice, you know, things. I like jewelry. I love diamonds, obviously. But yeah, so just if you can support that. I lied. 80 is not enough. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know what I was talking about. First of all, that was some months ago, and the price has went up since then. So the price went up.
Yes. That's that's.
Yeah, yeah, it's not gonna work out.
I mean,
It's not gonna work out. I got upgraded. I got upgraded for my birthday this month. So I mean last month. So now the stock has increased. This sounds terrible. Anyway, next subject. But yeah, in general, I would like somebody who just has the same ideas about wealth and making money and just how you want to live and things like that. Yeah, that matters more than
No,
dollar
I
amount.
mean, yeah, I mean, you definitely have to have a mindset because I mean, you're not gonna make the money without the mindset.
Yeah.
But even moving past financials, because even it's a big thing really when it comes to gender roles, whether people want to admit it or not.
Definitely.
It's gonna also be control in the relationship. You know, I feel like the gender role. Well, I guess the stereotype of wearing the pants in the relationship, or actually sharing the pants in the relationship. You know, some do well with the latter statement. You know, others kind of go with the traditional gender role. Which one of those would you think you do best in?
Of the wearing the pants, I mean, I am okay with that being a traditional thing. Like I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the man, I guess, wearing the pants. Yeah, because like I said, I want somebody to manage my life. So you wear the pants, and then like I'll just co-sign.
You say
That's it.
you want somebody to manage your life though. I still question how much, because you are not just going to. It's like manage your life with validation. Because if you don't agree with it, you're not going to do this.
That's fair.
I just off of our conversations, I can know that. Not even saying that I know you, but I.
That's why you got to be with somebody who is like on the same page. Like they just got to be on the same page as you, like with certain things, and you already know this about the person.
Yeah, but I mean, you want them to still call you in your bullshit though too, because same page and yes man and can go hand in hand sometimes.
Yeah,
or being an enabler.
I've dated. I do not want that shit. Listen, no, because I have been with a yes man before, and I used to just talk to him any type of way, and I'm like, damn, I could have never, for real, like, been with him long term because I just didn't really respect him. He was just definitely like a yes person, like definitely a yes man, like didn't have no backbone. So. No, I need somebody who's gonna call me out on my bullshit and trust and believe I have that person. So, yeah, and I'm learning to be receptive of it. Like I'm learning to not be combative when it happens, and it's difficult. Okay, because I definitely want to be like, nigga, fuck that. But I'm like, oh, okay, well, I see the error of my ways. Like I get it. So. Because it's just one thing that, like, every single ex has, like, told me, and it's that you're a selfish piece of shit. And it's like, damn, I kind of am, though. Like, I really kind of am. Like, they've never said it like that. I just thought it was funny. But, I am. I can be, and I'm working on it. And I've gotten feedback that it's better, so.
I see. Yeah. I see you going to your therapy.
So.
No.
So what do you think about the same topic? Like, should somebody wear the pants or should the pants be shared?
So I guess it kind of depends on your dynamics. I think in my relationship, it's shared to an extent. It's certain things that.
Give me a percentage. Like, is it like a 60-40? Is it a 55-45?
I'll say like 70-30 maybe.
That's an overwhelming majority.
Maybe 60-40. I don't know. I make a lot of the decisions, but I make the decisions that I'm well versed in, and she handles the stuff that she's well versed in. So,
boom, that's perfect. That makes so much sense. It's like
certain things I'm not really going to question her about because she knows better than I do, and then there's certain shit that she's not going to really question me about because I know more about it than she does. Just like handling the bills, I handle our finances, just because I'm better versed in it.
You're the better money manager. Boy, that's what I'm looking for in a good life manager too, because I don't handle money.
But she definitely handles like the household shit. Like, yeah, I can fix something, but she handles it's the small shit. I guess niggas really don't think about. Just it's us having toilet paper, having shit to make the house smell good, shit being clean.
Is she the cleaner? Do you clean up? Do you clean like how she cleans?
There's no way I can say that. No.
Okay.
I try to keep my mess to one area, and I suck at that. Like I really do try.
Who's
Oh,
tidier in
her, of
general?
course, of course.
Oh, okay.
I would
It's the opposite with me, but
really.
that's why I asked.
I'll see it.
As far as like being tidy, like yeah, like yeah. Go ahead. We'll explain later.
She is. She's more. She's more organized on paper. My organization is only for my for my hair, but
For your own
but
understanding.
I is great. It's like I know where shit is. Like I'll say, what was it? I was asking for something. She asked me if I knew where something was, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's on the floor right, on the left side of the couch." And she was like, "Why do you? First off, why do you know that? And then second off, why didn't you pick it up?" I'm just like, I don't know, but I knew exactly where it was.
That's me. That's me. Like yeah, like it's like halfway up under the couch, halfway sticking out the couch, and it's like, why didn't you get it? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I don't have an
it's
answer.
I try. I've wholeheartedly tried to make the bed. I don't remember most times. Like a lot of times, I used to run upstairs and try to make the bed like right when she pulling up, like a little kid, because
Dog. Oh my god.
like I was literally having a conversation
I'm about to get in trouble,
with
face
I
ass.
was literally
That
having
is
a
so
conversation
funny.
with one of my friends, and she was here, and then I was like, "Oh, hold on, I gotta go make the bed right quick." And she was like, "Well, why?" I was like, "Couple of niggas on our way home," and it was like, "I try."
Does Monique know this?
I think my friend told her like when she came in, she was like, "He definitely stopped us mid conversation and went to go make the bed." Like,
Thank God. Thank God. She needs to know this because if she didn't know, I wanted to tell her. But
I trying,
that's
but
hilarious.
I don't even like she's here now. Forgot to make up the bed this morning. Is
Side note, for the future, I read somewhere that you shouldn't make up the bed because you should let it breathe like while you're out of it. So you should leave the blanket so fresh air can
perfect.
get like on your
Perfect.
sheets.
Use that as an excuse.
That's my way out of that shit. I ain't made a motherfucking bed in years, okay? And I use that
I didn't
excuse every single time. Like, you gotta let
like. I
that bitch
remember we
breathe.
actually got into a whole ass, really just shit loud as hell.
It is. Let me check my shit
I don't
real
even know
quick.
how
Okay,
to
we good.
turn it. I don't know how to turn that sound off from my computer. But yeah.
Yeah.
What was I just saying? Oh, when we was talking about the bed. Oh, we not we don't like I said we haven't really gotten an argument, but I remember we got in an actual debate about what was that shit? No,
Making up the
throw
bed?
pillows. Because I was like, they're fucking pointless.
Ugh,
And I'm like, why are we putting throw
I
pillows
love
on the
them.
bed for us to throw the pillows to get in the bed? And she was like, but it looks good. And I'm like, but who are we making it look good for? Who's seeing our bedroom besides us? And
Facts. That's true, but it's pretty and it's necessary. Like if you're a bed maker
oh yeah,
person,
she
I get it. Because I do that to my couch. My couch has an obscene amount of pillows on
yeah,
it.
and
So I understand.
so I don't know. I
I feel like I need to turn this kitchen light off. I'm sorry. I know that was random.
we're random
One
as hell
second.
this
Because it's just,
episode, and I know you probably heard
it's just so bright.
some bing bongs. How do I turn this shit off?
That won't be
Oh,
the one.
is that how I turn it off?
Okay. Sorry.
I don't know.
Oh, that's so much better. That was going to
I
bother the
think
shit out of me.
I think this is how I turn it off. Okay. I was
Wait, what are
trying
you
to
trying
turn
to
off my
do?
notification sounds.
Oh, yeah.
And
But Okay. What were you saying?
Just the throw pillows. And,
Oh, the throw pillows. Yeah. Yeah. That's because, like I said, and I said this on another episode, I'm like, y'all will sleep on a pillow until it's a SIM card. And I'm just like,
well,
no. Give me something plush. Give me something good for my neck. Give me some memory foam, something.
three
Like,
pillows, and one of them is a
but
memory foam pillow.
I see, you get it. You get it. I use a body pillow. So, like, if I'm by myself or if I'm not by myself, I still will, like, spoon the body
Yeah.
pillow while I'm being spooned, but I will still spoon the body pillow. And then if I'm by myself, it's just a dumb amount of pillows on the bed. I even sometimes take some of the pillows from the couch and bring them
I don't really
to my
even,
bed because
I don't
it's
even
very
really
comforting.
sleep well by myself anymore. So
You don't?
not really.
I love sleeping by myself.
No,
It just be so
I
much
mean,
room to stretch and to just
I gotta.
be. You could just be
So
by yourself.
though I'm big, I do not take up much of the bed at all. She takes up more of the bed than I do. I'm usually on one side, one sliver of bed. Most of the time when I get up, I have to get her to move over because she's in the middle of the bed with our cat on one side of the bed or something like that. Like,
You got a cat too?
yeah.
Wow. I feel like I never knew that about you.
Well, it's her cat, but it's our cat now. So, but we have a
Oh,
king size
okay.
bed, so it's more than enough room. I like I like her heat when I want it. She says I get violent if I get too hot. I don't mean to get violent in my sleep, but I don't like heat either. But when I'm consciously
Yeah.
awake, her butt against because she likes to back up on me. Her butt up against me when I'm sleeping, divine, perfect. I can go to sleep.
You just
Yeah,
are in
so,
heaven, huh?
But yeah, it's so in those aspects, taking care of the house, her thing. When we have kids, it's gonna be anything to do with school, her shit. She's a teacher. I'm not about to question her on some shit. That's her realm.
On that, yeah.
But
Facts.
when it came to certain things with the house, the tech shit, she was not questioning me. I'm like, hey, we gonna have to put this much money into this. Okay, just let me know. Just let me know what you need because we had an internet situation when we first got here. I had all the cameras and everything like that, but we was like bottlenecking, and I'm like, look, we have to upgrade our internet.
What's bottlenecking?
I didn't have enough bandwidth to supply internet to my cameras, my game system, my computer. So if I was downloading any file that was over a couple of gigs, everything else would go super slow, wouldn't work. And I was
Gotcha.
like, we got to invest in some shit, and just I wanted to upgrade our Wi-Fi technology and everything like that. But it was kind of expensive. I think it was like $400 or $500. But yeah, I was like, yeah, it needs to be done. She ain't questioning.
Yeah.
And so I
Yeah.
think it's a matter of knowing what are the others' talents and then also
Yeah.
picking your battles too.
Right.
And
Facts.
some things, and then some things are switched. I'm the better cook. Granted, she's been cooking more, but
You said she cooks
she's
more.
been cooking more lately. But before then, it was me. I was cooking, and honestly, she's been holding it down because I've been getting home later. But before it was me cooking the most, just because I'm just a better cook. I take more chances. And plus, I have a more,
Yeah.
I don't know, just a wider range of a palate. Maybe I can kind of imagine how something tastes and just make it from there. She kind of needs direction. But That's why, like when we had Hello Fresh,
Okay.
she loved it because it told her exactly what to make.
It
Yeah,
was like all
yeah.
the directions
So
and
she
stuff.
didn't have
Yeah.
to think about anything.
Yeah. I'm definitely the freestyle
Yeah.
cooker. Like I know what it's gonna, yeah. If I had to choose between like that stuff, I definitely want to do that stuff. Like I like cooking. I like cooking when I'm cooking for like other people. Like I really get into it when it's like for
Hmm.
other people. Like if like as since it's just me, like I would eat out so much and I would just, like spend so much money on just ordering food. But when it comes to like cooking for like my partner, I get into it. I really get into it. So I would definitely choose the
And
cooking and
then
cleaning role. Like that definitely would be the a la carte gender role, whatever. That's what I would prefer to do because I guess just in my experience, like with us, I definitely do more of like the deep cleaning. Like I'm spritzing bleach in the tub, I'm letting it sit, I'm marinating the counters with bleach. Like I'm doing all of like the deep cleaning stuff. I'm mopping the floors, I'm vacuuming. Like guys don't really seem to do that type of stuff that great in my experience. Like if I be like, hey, can you wipe the sink down and stuff? It just would not be wiped down to my standard
see,
because I'm gonna go over it with some soap, then I'm gonna go over it with some bleach, then I'm
and
gonna,
that's
But when
that's
it
another
comes to
excuse for
like
me.
being junky,
That's another excuse.
you said
That's
that's
another
another
excuse
excuse.
why I don't do it because I'm like, if I'm do it and you're just gonna go back and go over it, I might as well just not did it. So
Yeah, yeah. We got a good system going on because I'll get the groceries. I'll go get them or I have them delivered. I'll cook. I'll meal prep for days out. I'll put everything up. I'll clean up. And then he's like, I'll do the dishes. And I'm just like, my heart. Because I hate doing the dishes. Like, I can put the dishes in you know what? I have dishes that's been in my sink for like 2 days because I just haven't felt like putting them in the dishwasher. But, like, when I cook and stuff at his house, he's always washing the dishes. Like, it'll be done like the same. As soon as I'm done cooking, it's like, well, I'm gonna put this up, and then when they done, he take them out. Fucking with me, the dishes will sit in the sink, and then once I actually do put them in the dishwasher, once it's done, they live in the dishwasher. They don't even make it to the cabinet. It's just a chore I hate doing.
I
So
so she does she loves the dishwasher and stuff. I when we stayed in the townhouse, I literally bought a table a what is it a countertop dishwasher because I'm like this is going to save our relationship because I know I'm not going to wash dishes and I know she's going to hate me for not washing dishes. So I'm like I don't care
right,
how much this costs, but I know this is going to save our relationship because for some reason UGA doesn't have dishwashers, or at least not in our unit. But yeah, that's when I found out a countertop dishwasher exists. It's definitely a game changer.
goes to Google because I've
Yeah,
never
you
heard of
just
that
hook it up to
before.
your faucet, keep the water turned on, but it's stop. It's a stopper thing in there, so it only uses the water when it needs it. But yeah, game changer. Definitely,
Tabletop
definitely
dishwasher.
a plus. We definitely still have it. I don't know why we still have it. It's in the garage, but yeah, it was definitely a game changer.
Yeah, time to sell it.
Man, yeah,
Time to sell it.
I guess we need to sell a few things, washer and dryer and shit. But do you think
Oh, this is expensive.
what? Which one are you looking at?
It says $400 at
Look on
Walmart.
Amazon and put countertop dishwasher.
Wow. Oh, I put tabletop dishwasher. Is that the same thing?
I would think so, but
Yeah, it is.
I know
Wow.
we got ours off of Amazon for like two something.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that was
Game
a
changer.
thing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah.
For the a la carte. So, do you think people pick and choose gender roles or pick and choose what they want their partner's gender role to be, but not actually following up on their end. Like
Following.
the traditional. Hey, man pays for everything, woman stays, cooks, clean, blah blah blah. But then the women who want the men to be in the traditional gender role, but they're not a traditional woman. They want a traditional
So they're
man, but
not
they're a
doing the
modern woman.
cooking and
Ooh, I don't like.
so they're not doing their
Yeah,
share of the
they're
work.
of said
Like
of the
they're
gender role, what
lazy
the
or
gender
they
role is supposed to be.
yeah. Uh yeah, you gonna be single. Shit. I mean, I think it's a lot of women that are like that, honestly. Like, um, yeah, it's a lot of women that are like that. You know what bothers me more than that though? What bothers me more than them not doing their due diligence, I'm more so bothered by women who get into relationships with men who don't have the same views of life or gender roles as them, and they try to force these people to be what they want them to be. Like, you want to be in a traditional relationship, a woman wants the man to, pay for this, pay for that, da 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 da. But he a 50-50 nigga. And it's like, you knew he was a 50-50 nigga when you got with him. So why are you looking all crazy when he's like, hey, where's your half of the rent? It's like I have some acquaintances that are like that, and I'm just like
Yeah,
that literally doesn't
I
make any
definitely feel like you
sense.
need to know but I also feel like you're gonna have to. I feel like you're gonna have to accept some things if you want a dude that's not a 50-50 dude. You kind of just you kind of knock some niggas out to run it, and you have to accept that. And I feel like, you know, I guess even for men, if you want a girl that's willing to pay anything, you kind of knock some women out the running. But I feel like that's something you have to accept. You can't get mad at it.
Yeah,
But I feel like a lot of more so women than men, but men do it too. But they talk shit because they want everybody to just be okay with that, and that's not their thing.
right,
Because
exactly.
I've seen many of podcasts, many of YouTube videos of people going back and forth of what they want, what they expect from their partner. And it's like, okay, you can get that, but just know that the majority is not going to be cool with that. Just like I think,
Right, exactly. You can have all the standards you
yeah,
want, but good luck. And not saying that people can't find it. Like, if that's what you want, hopefully it can come to you. But I don't believe in trying to force people into certain roles and force people into, you know, being a certain way. But what's crazy is that people don't even talk about a lot of stuff before they get serious, which is wild to me because as we're like moving into a more serious relationship, it's like the little things. Like we've spent maybe like 10 days together, like consecutively nonstop. And that's probably the most we've spent together. And I'm like, damn, I'm learning a lot about this motherfucker in this last week and a half of just spending the day with him, going to sleep with him, waking up with him, seeing his day to day. Like, even though we live in close proximity, I still wasn't like seeing his day to day like that on a 24-hour basis. And so I'm just like, dang, like it just made for more, like I just had more questions like, well, what do you think about this? And what do you think about this? And, how do you feel about this? And because he's like I'm a bullshitter, and he's like the type of person who he'll wash clothes and dry clothes, and as soon as the dryer stops, he'll go take everything out the dryer like a
is
psychopath.
that
Like who
really a
does
sign?
that? kinda, but
I feel
I'm like, no, I'm the psychopath really for leaving the shit
because I
in
feel
there
like
for 4 days.
how
But
men operate a lot of times is we want to do a task and get done with the task. That's why when y'all come to us and y'all are venting about something and you're not really looking for a solution, you just want to say what the fuck and how the fuck you feel, and we trying to say, well, maybe you should do this, and you just looking like, what the fuck? I don't want that. But that's how we think. We just think that beginning, middle, solution.
he'll watch. Man, blew my mind. He'll wash the dishes, put the dishes in the dishwasher. As soon as the dishwasher is done, he could be playing the game. He could be doing whatever. He gonna stop and he's gonna go take the dishes out.
Oh, he's a
and
good
put
one with
them
that
up.
dishwasher.
But it's such a yin. It's such a yin to my yang because I sometimes I don't even feel like cooking because I'm like, man, all this shit dirty. I don't feel like washing it. I'm about to order some food. It's lazy as fuck. But since I've been around him, we have like not spent nowhere near as much money on food because we've been cooking and eating groceries and not eating out so much.
That saves so much money.
The money is being, man, what?
Saves so much money.
What? So the fact that he cleans the dishes, and so when I go to his house, everything is already clean, and I could just use it. I'm like, dog, you don't even know how much money this is saving us right now because I will sometimes just be on some lazy shit and be like, nothing's clean, and I can just order food and then I'll clean up, and yeah, it's lazy as fuck, but yeah. So just like I don't know, like how do you be around somebody and not really know what type of person they are? Like, how are you in a relationship with this person and you don't really know who they are fundamentally or just, at their core? Like, you just, certain things you just don't even know.
People rush into shit. Like, people rush into shit or they just get too deep into it and then they look up and they knee deep into shit. But I really think more so
crazy.
People rush into shit and just kind of just go with how they're feeling, but they don't think ahead, so they don't discuss things a lot of times.
Yeah, I'd be asking so many questions. I'd be getting on his nerves. Like, you got a question for everything, and I'm like, yeah, I need all the details. I need to know what I'm getting myself into.
You need to know, because ain't nobody trying to get married to get divorced.
Right.
Ain't nobody trying to, at this point, ain't nobody trying to waste time being in something that ain't going to work. If there are major flags or major reasons why the shit ain't going to work, might as well get it out the way now instead of denying the inevitable and dealing with it a couple of years down the line when you could have just had this discussion in the beginning and knew that it wasn't going to happen. So I get it.
Facts.
I think
but I was gonna say, just in regards to like the initial thing you asked about, like the woman basically just dropping her responsibility. Like, I think that's when men start cheating sometimes. Well, niggas just cheat, but I think that do be a reason why maybe some men
like
cheat, because it's like,
you're giving the dude a lot of power. You're giving the dude a lot of like unrequited power that you don't need to give him. You want to be in a predicament where you are relying on him financially some way, or just responsibility wise, you're just relying on him for everything. I feel like you give him power to just do whatever the fuck he wants to, and more than likely you're going to put up with it because you're used to the lifestyle.
And that's where they be losing at. It's because they give up that power.
And then you can't say shit. You can't, like, you can talk your shit, but you really can't talk your shit. Like, because 9 times out of 10, women in that type of predicament aren't going to leave. So, at this point, you just talking shit, but it don't really mean anything because he know you ain't leaving. So it's
But I guess another question is, why did she just drop off her responsibility? Like, is she unhappy and she's feeling unfulfilled, so she's not fulfilling her responsibilities that she's supposed to be fulfilling? She could already have maybe moved on to somebody new, and she's just going through the motions, because a lot of women take pride in just being wives, whether their lives are happy or not. Like, women are very prideful of being wives, so I think a lot of women quietly cheat and they just stay in these relationships because they're comfortable or they're taken care of, but they probably mentally tapped out. But like I said, women want that stability and that security and that comfort and the ring, essentially. So, they do what they do quietly, even though they're not happy, so they're not fulfilling their responsibilities as that person's partner. So yeah, there's another side to it.
Yeah,
Because if I was rich as if my husband was rich as fuck and I wasn't happy, I'd probably still leave. Yeah, I would still leave because I'm gonna have some money on the side. I'm not gonna be the idiot that didn't, get my own separate bag somewhere. That just wouldn't be that dumb. But yeah.
so you wouldn't let him put you in no allowance, huh?
I mean, I'm gonna be making that allowance work for me. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be making sure I have a stream of. You gotta have 7 streams of income. I can't just let this nigga be one, husband or not. Like, he can't be my only stream of income. What kind of idiot? A lot of them, though. A lot of them, unfortunately. Yeah, so it wouldn't be me, though.
I mean, yeah, that's how it goes. But and then also on the other hand, I know dudes do the. I don't think as to the same extent, but I dudes kind of want to play I want the traditional role out of a woman, but they're not traditional. Like
that shit. I feel like that'd be worse. You want somebody to lead? You want to lead somebody with your broken? All right, let me not call niggas broke, because it don't just be about niggas not having money. It'd be about niggas that are not mentally stable, niggas that don't have no good fucking common sense. Like, no, we're not gonna sell our house and put all the money into crypto. You idiot.
Yes, that needs to be the biggest thing. The matter of leading means who's in the best position to lead, like financially and mentally, because just because you have a lot of money doesn't always mean you are in the right mind state to lead anybody.
Yeah.
And just because you're the male provider in this relationship does not mean that you have the capacity to lead anyone. Like,
but what is leading though? Like, is leading just making the big decisions? Like, what is leading? Like, what do we consider leading?
I don't know, because I don't think I've made any big decision. Like, big decisions, I feel like it's something that you discuss. I feel like you come to a compromise to, and you agree on. Mm-hmm. If it's a big decision, now you can, sometimes there are riskier big decisions, but that's when you get to the kind of, I guess when you get to the point where who's going to trust who more to make, I guess, the riskier decision. Like, is your partner going to put faith into like, you saying, hey, I'm about to quit my job and do this? And is she going to be okay and back you up? Or like, oh, nigga, well, hold on now. I don't know if you should do that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess bigger decisions wasn't the right word. Like the more
Yeah,
riskier decisions, or the more life changing decisions, because quitting your job can be
it
life
can be.
changing, in good or bad.
Like,
So
I've known people who've broken up because somebody just came back. Yeah, I quit my job, and like we didn't discuss that, and
right. So you want me to carry
yeah,
everything
and
at
then
this point? Like
the
you got
other
me
person gets
fucked up.
offended. But it's my job. You don't understand what I'm going through, but still, like think,
Like, can you
yeah,
afford to do this? First of all,
yeah.
or do I have to like what
Because you
we
done made
doing
this
with
rash
this?
decision
What we
now, and
doing?
now it's going to not only affect you, but it's going to affect everything. Me,
It's gonna affect
yeah.
our
So
lives.
it,
Yeah,
it can be a slippery slope.
yeah. It's a slippery.
It definitely can be a slippery
Yeah,
slope. Um,
I guess, or like when you guys have a decision to make that you can't agree on. Like, is the leader the quote unquote leader the person who's just
the
the automatic
tiebreaker.
tiebreaker, and it's like, oh, we're doing this,
I don't.
so deal
I
with it.
don't know.
Like,
I've never see that. I've never been. I've never been in to where we couldn't find any middle ground.
yeah.
Um, I mean, I guess I guess that's the big issue. I guess in those type of relationships, because I'm sure relationships have fallen apart because of not being able to have a middle ground, and because I feel like it'll be
Right, and figure out like who gets to decide, who gets to make the
yeah,
final
because I feel
decision.
like it'll be some sort of resentment there of the person who's not yeah,
Right, from the other person.
and then don't let them be wrong.
I was about to say, only if the shit goes well. If it falls apart, boy, that
Yeah,
relationship gonna fall
yeah,
apart.
I
More than
I
likely.
haven't been in that situation, so it's kind of hard to think about. But like, also, I feel like that's when it takes to knowing the person you're with. I don't know what type of situation we could have where we would differ that dramatically to not be able.
Where you wouldn't be
Yeah,
able to find.
like I feel like
Yeah.
we pretty much think the same on a lot of things. Matter of fact, I know we do because before we got married, we had to go to marital counseling before the pastor would marry us, and we had to take like some certain questionnaires or like I guess little tests. Some we had to take together, some we had to take separately, and the ones we had to take separately, we came up almost literally. It was almost the same answers word for word. Like I think we might have differed on
Yeah.
like two questions, but it wasn't by much. And they were telling us, that we were on the same page more than couples that they've counseled who've been married for like 20 plus years. So
That's
yeah,
dope.
I mean it definitely had us going to our marriage very confident, but but yeah, it's I just think we think a lot alike, and even if we don't think a lot alike on the subject, we can usually come to a middle ground. And I think that's really important, having that in the significant other, like knowing you kind of know to what extent of where they think and where they would go, and what they would do in certain type of situations. For the most part, I mean, there's always outliers of niggas doing just some outlandish shit, but I feel like you
Right.
should really know that about your significant other, and if you don't, try to figure
Yeah.
that
Like,
out.
are they the type of person to just go completely off script and just do some super wild shit? Like, you would definitely know that about. Well, you should
Yeah,
know that about your partner.
definitely,
Like, yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Like, so would they just come home and like, I sold my car and listen, and we're just gonna get an RV and just travel the world. Like,
Like, we're breaking up. We are breaking
yeah.
up.
Also,
That was not in my
Also,
life plan.
I mean, one red flag to that is the people who break up a lot of relationships. That would be make me wonder how much I could trust them with other future decisions if we are constantly breaking up to make up type shit. 'Cause
Yeah, yeah.
I would worry about consistency.
But I guess it depends on. I guess it depends on why. Because what if you're really the reason why it don't work
I
out?
mean, yeah. I mean,
I guess then it'd be like, you're an idiot for staying with me, huh? You should have left me a long time ago.
I mean, it depends on the relationship. I feel like a lot of times
Yeah.
it be like that. People enable each other.
Yeah.
I feel like, especially in those little weird, toxic. Even though we got to think of another word. We really do.
Cause you over it too,
Yeah.
right? You felt it the last time you said it. You was like, you taste nasty now. Yuck.
We do have to
Toxic.
think of another word.
Ugh,
It's-
it's gross. Yeah.
I'm tired of words just being said on social media and then they just become part of the conversation for like the next year.
Cause they be being misused as well. Like, somebody calling you out on your shit is not toxic. Calm down, Amber. Like, you be on some bullshit and you know it. Oh my god, they told me about myself I'm toxic. Like, no, you're a shitty friend.
The fact that people
So,
have been
there's
claiming
that.
toxicity and like you just accept it. That's what I am. No.
Yeah, if you can't handle my toxic ways,
I know.
then what? Go off and live a peaceful life?
Change
Okay,
my toxic ways.
I'll go do that. All right. So, do we have any more gender roles, or have we covered them all?
Oh, we can talk
have
about
covered them all, but
the little test that we took. I don't know.
oh, okay. The test that only confirms what I already knew about myself.
Well, I mean, you still got pretty high on the masculine scale though too.
You know, I could have been a boy. You know, it could have went either way.
Did
Could've went either way.
Did it fall in
But,
the androgynous part too, or is it just
Mine is completely in the. Oh, you can't
No.
see it at all because that light is fucking bright as shit.
I just see
That light
lights.
is like fuck off. Anyway, it is completely. Oh damn! You still can't even see it. It's completely in the feminine box. So, all right. So we did this test. These are the results from the Open Sex Role Inventory. The OSRI measures 2 scales. Scores are adjusted so the average is 100. So on the masculinity scale, I scored 86. And on the femininity scale, I scored 119. So I want to be a prissy little princess who gets taken care of, but I also want to wear the pants sometimes. That's what I
My
gather.
shit was super close. I'm masculine, but I got apparently I can relate to women too. I guess I don't know. I got a 99% masculine, 96% femininity,
Femininity.
but I fall
Okay.
under undifferentiated. I need to find out what that word means.
Undifferentiated. I guess you kind
You
of.
can kind of see it.
What is androgynous? Oh yeah. See, your lighting is not hating on you. at all.
Androgyny is, it's like you can't tell if it's feminine or masculine. It's kind of blurred. Like
Okay.
I don't want to say like,
So it's like literally right
yeah, I don't
in
want
the
to say
middle.
asexual, but it's
Like-
like they're kind of like gender fluid. Like they can come off masculine and feminine. Like it'll be like some of the K-pop dudes are androgynous because they look Like they could be masculine or feminine.
You can't tell
Yeah.
if they're either or, and both
Yeah.
are neither. There we go. I got
So,
you. So you're like even, but more
yeah, I need to.
more on the masculine
Yeah,
scale.
I need to see what
Just by
undifferentiated means. I'm about to.
I'm so mad. My light is. Oh, we almost had it for a second. Oh no. There we go. Can you see it a little bit?
Yeah, but I can't. I can just see the graph. Try hard.
Alright, well, they heard the numbers. They heard the numbers.
Not divided or able
So,
to be
yeah,
divided into different elements. The fuck? The fuck does that mean? That makes no sense.
So it's kind of like the same as androgynous, but kind of the opposite also.
I guess.
That's what I'm
Become
gathering.
distinct or different in character. The fuck? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it means for me, but I just know that I fall in the middle, but I'm more masculine, which is fine. I'm fine. I've always been in touch with my emotions,
Yeah.
so I don't.
Nothing wrong with that.
But it pretty much shows you what type of, well, it's supposed to tell you what type of gender roles you would play in a relationship. So it seems like for us, we are willing to dabble in both. And
Yes, willing to dabble in both for sure. I don't want to just be fully like. I don't have to be fully 100% dependent upon anybody for like to live. Like I have to know that even if I'm by myself, I'm still, I can still maintain the lifestyle I want to maintain. Like I'm never gonna relinquish so much of my power to where I'm allowing somebody else to dictate my quality of life, whether while I'm with them or while I'm not with them. Like I have to be in control of my quality of life. Yeah, but flip side, I do want to be taken care of and all those good things, but I don't have to be, I don't want to be like a nigga's kid. Like I just take care of everybody, everything, all the time. Like no, like I don't think that that's fair. Yeah, because when do you pour into that person's cup when they're like, just doing it all? I think when it comes to like money, one person doing it all, 100% of everything, it just doesn't make sense if the other person has income and they do things. Like even if it's something like, even if I made, let's say 30 or 40,000 a year and my husband made 150, I still want to take care of things so he can know that, hey, I'm taking care of you too. It could be something small. Like maybe I make sure he always has socks and wife beaters or some shit like that. But it's like, I never have to buy socks or wife beaters. Like my wife always makes sure, or just like little things like that. Like of course he gonna, pay the bills and stuff like that. But personally, I would never be in that situation. I'm just giving an example. But yeah, I don't think it's fair for, one person to just do every single thing. I think the other person needs their cup poured into as well.
yeah, I agree.
So.
I mean, gender roles I feel like gender roles are going to work for you and what you're set up with. I think it's okay if you do a la carte. You pick which ones you want to follow and which ones you don't want to follow, but I also think if you do that, you have to extend that privilege to your significant other. You shouldn't expect them to follow a certain role and you're not.
Exactly. And just have it discussed and understood what each person's role is. Like, yeah, just have it understood. Now, the one thing I will not do is I will not I can't even say I won't. Damn. So now I just thought it was a scenario where maybe I could.
What?
But I was gonna say I would never just like it would never be like just working mom, stay at home dad. Like no, that would never work in that way for me. Like it would work if I was, the person not working and I was a stay at home parent, but I wouldn't be able to be in a situation where my husband was a stay at home parent and I was working.
What if he stayed at home
Wouldn't
and
work
was
out.
working?
Oh yeah, if you're well, when I say working, I mean
so
like
you mean
generating income.
he couldn't be a kept man.
Yeah, yeah, he just couldn't be like,
Yeah, I mean
yeah,
I
or even just on some. Yeah, no, that wouldn't work. Like I'm not gonna be the one
no,
carrying everybody,
you're not
and
gonna
I'm gonna
respect
treat
the
him
man.
like my
You're
child.
definitely going to cheat.
Yeah, I'm gonna son the fuck out of him at the end of the day.
I mean,
So
yeah. I wouldn't feel
just know
comfortable
me.
just being kept. I'm a Capricorn. I like money. Um, I always want to have my hand in something. So, I mean, I'm
Facts.
sure being kept would be great, but I couldn't just sit around not doing anything. I get bored too easily.
Yeah. Well, what if you could just play video games and you could like watch anime and you could like do your PC story and
Well,
business?
let's do my PC story. Yeah, I'm doing something. I'm making bread.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you making money.
I can't
Yeah.
like even when I was just at home when I took my little sabbatical, I got bored of playing video games, making music. Like I have to do something that's generating me income.
Like
I mean,
fulfilling.
it's something
and
that generates
yeah.
me income
Not
is
yeah, money, because not necessarily
yeah. I
fulfilling.
mean, it's fulfilling that I'm getting money. So it's something that's generating
Right.
income. It's fulfilling, but that I actually like it because working the other job, it was boring. That work from home job I had was boring as fuck, and yeah, I guess it was money, but nah, I'm good. It was so boring. I'd rather
Yeah, it
have
is
to
over.
leave than to be at home doing that shit. And I would have had to work weekends. That killed it for me.
Damn, that's crazy. Because I would much rather choose to
I
be
mean,
at home. Well, unless I worked at the gym, that's the only place I would want to work at.
I
But
mean,
other
I
than that,
would, I would, but not doing that. Not doing that. I need, if I'm working from home, I need to get paid a little bit more, and I gotta enjoy what I'm doing. Like enjoyment, kind of does more than money for me because once I can get paid all the money in the world, but if I dread going to work or dread doing the shit, it ain't gonna be worth it. I need peace of mind.
right,
I like not giving a
right.
fuck about shit. I like being stress free. I wish I could feel how
Feel you on
I
that.
feel when I'm high all the time. So, yeah,
It's time to get high.
it
As a
is.
matter
So
of fact. So I guess we can
yeah,
wrap this up.
stay tuned for episode 8. Who knows? We're going to get better. We're going to get better.
Wait, what do we need to get better with? No, we're gonna talk about for the
No,
next episode.
being timely.
Oh, consistent. All right,
Yes.
look, y'all. Totally my
Should be
fault.
dangling.
Turned 35. Turned 35 last month. So yes, I was the dangle master for the month of January. And you know what? I actually have some travels
Of
coming
course.
up again soon. I have to come up there to the snow because I didn't come home for Christmas, didn't come home for my birthday. Like I planned on both, but then I just seen those single digit temperatures, and I was like,
Yeah, it's 50
no.
degrees today.
And then I seen it was
Said yeah, it's
Huh?
50 degrees today, which is crazy. But anyway,
yeah. See, I'm not. Yeah, but then it might be 13 degrees tomorrow. So I
we
just
have a whole storm coming.
I don't I don't miss any of that. But yeah, so more. We've said this on every episode, by the way. So
We're
gonna
getting
start
better
doing it for real
though.
this time.
We're getting
So
better.
we are going to make sure that we have more consistent episodes for you guys, and we'll make sure we drop at least on a weekly basis. I don't know that we can commit to a day of the week yet.
If we can just if we
least
can work
on
on the weekly, we can get to the day.
Yeah.
The actual set.
We didn't drop one last week. No. Damn. I was dangling last week.
Right now we're about every other week. But we do want to thank you for rocking with us and putting up with the irregular schedule. But we're gonna get together.
Just be on the lookout. Subscribe to the YouTube.
Yep. Subscribe to YouTube.
Make sure you stay updated.
YouTube, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, Google Podcasts.
Yeah, all the major
Anchor.
podcast platforms.
We can start saying our
yes.
IGs. You can follow me at Deals. Is it Deals _ Music or is it just Deals Music? I think it's just Deals Music.
Why do I never know mine either? When it comes time for me, people are like, "What's your IG?" I'm like, Miah _ Wait, no, not underscore, but it's MIAHVW. So at Miah.
Yeah, mine's just at Deals Music.
And
at
but Deals with a Z.
DILLZ Music. No space, no underscore,
Boom.
no nothing.
Okay.
Anyways,
That was aggressive.
we appreciate y'all. We'll holla. Deuces.
All right, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
All right.
Keep wishing us the best. Our podcast is better than the rest. You got an issue, better say it with your chest. Until then, keep wishing us the best. Keep wishing us the best. Our podcast